Hello everybody, Momo here. Welcome to part 31 of my Final Fantasy IV Let's Play / walkthrough. Last time we just finished mopping up all the side quests available to us, and it's time now to enter Mysidia and continue on with the story. Head straight through and immediately we'll be stopped by the Elder. Alright, so we're heading over to the Tower of Prayer and to move on with this. And again, we're going to see this Mysidian legend that we've seen many times already, so really shouldn't be anything new at this stage. And unfortunately, pressing the X button doesn't seem to move this along any quicker, so there's nothing to do but just enjoy it. I suppose it's all a way of building tension, suspense, that sort of thing. In any event, it's great, because this is really a big moment for us. Personally, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. It's very obtuse. Like, you know, some legends you can kind of interpret them. Not this one for me. So the power of collective faith of our party, the Elder, and what looks like 8 mages, 4 on 4. And whoopity-doo! This looks like Leviathan all over again. Well, whale, Leviathan. And we got a really cool CGI scene right here. Along with that really good music. And wow, this is the coolest airship I have seen. And this includes the Ragnarok from Final Fantasy VIII, guys. So that's pretty nice. Hear that music. Now this is an awesome one. Strange voice addressed me during our prayers. To fly to the moon, someone's waiting for us. Okay, so perfect. We've got our new destination. But Cecil raises a point. How do we get there? Alright, perfect. And let's go out and jump on our new vehicle. This is like getting a new car. It makes me so excited. Now the Lunar Whale is a bit different from other kinds of airships. You can see that it's actually a dungeon almost, like a room by itself. So if you head all the way south here and examine these guys, you can rest for free. So all inns have just become obsolete. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to head over and examine this crystal. And you'll see that it was going to rise off of the Earth, and we're heading to the moon. Alright, before we do that, press X to land the airship, and you'll notice immediately that instead of jumping off immediately, we're going to end up here in the dungeon again. So, examine the crystal once more, and let's head back to Earth. There's a little something we need to do there. That's just only possible after you've hit the moon for the first time, so you can't do this immediately. So head over here, and let's jump onto the Falcon. So let's use this left exit. Either exit will do actually, but I just like using the left for some reason. We're going to head west back to Agarth, and we're going to drop down into the underworld. And again, straight south from here, we're heading back for Kakal's Forge. If you guys remember last time, what we did is we gave him the Adamantite, and it invigorated him, and he's going to make us a sword in exchange for the Mythic Raven Blade and the Adamantite. It should be ready by now, so let's go ahead and speak to him. There you go. Excalibur. Like anyone who's familiar with any sort of medieval kind of history, you'll know what this thing does. So let's go ahead and check it out. Only Cecil can equip it. As you can see, it's much better than his defender right now. Only problem is that it's wholly elemental, so a lot of enemies can resist elemental damage, but that attack strength, guys, I mean, do I need to say any more? Alright, so jump back into the Falcon and let's go back to the Lunar Whale back at Mysidia. I feel like, you know, such a little bug. We've got a hovercraft near Mithril. We've got one airship sitting over here. We've left the Lunar Whale there. Like, you know, we just throw our airships wherever the hell we want to. So enter the Lunar Whale again, and let's hit this crystal and see where it takes us. Alright, you can see from here that it's quite different landscape-wise. Okay, you can see this one over here. We're not going to go there just yet. Our sort of destination is this Crystal Palace right here. But to get there, we're going to have to go through a couple of caves. So we need to find a way down before we do anything. The easiest one to get to is, let's see, yeah, here. So land here just to the north of the Crystal Palace and exit. Note that the enemies down here, guys, they are dangerous, and we're running with 4 party members only. I really love this creepy kind of music. Right, so let's explore this cave here. All the way to the right we have a monster in a box. Note that these guys hit hard. Although Cecil's damage is pretty nice too. Ready out, we're gonna go ahead and test out her new self-summon. Rosa, you pray. As you can see, Radia actually heals us with that, which is great when it comes to trying to get all our HP right. 700 damage? That's nasty, but the experience gain, fantastic. And they dropped a golden apple, which is a really rare treasure. That's awesome. Flans, as always. Don't bother using stealth here, guys. It's not gonna work, so let's go ahead with Titan rather. I think Akira would be good enough to get edge back, because... Ow. As you can see, the really bad one is actually the Black Flan that's doing all the damage. The other guys, I suppose, because they're quite low level, they aren't doing that much damage. But Titan should take care of them. In fact, I'm pretty sure Bio would do pretty good as well. Let's just drop another Cura on him. Right, and let's head now to the west and north again. Note that these guys, the Dark Grenades, they can drop the bomb summon. Only problem I have with the self summon is that it really is quite a drain on time. Wow, that's a blood piece that actually hurts. And it looks like it's a counter attack. It's okay, it doesn't hit that bad compared to some of the others. Ugh, Flans, I'm not in the mood for them, guys. Right, let's check. That's the exit, so we want to just check out that east quickly. Ow. So... as you can see, having the silks around to sort of heal us a little bit, it helps a ton. 300, it's pretty much an attack, so that's great. And these eukaryotes and shit, they leave quite a bit of experience, so it's great if you want to do some level grinding, but I don't think it's really strictly necessary right now. And we've got 2 chests over here, Lunar Curtain and Stardust. Stardust is a great offensive item, but it takes a long time to activate, so I'm not really sure if it's worth it. So we're gonna head all the way to the west here, and straight south. You'll see there's another cave that we need to enter. There we go. Again, now we're following this one southward, the other one led north. It's not the most damaging spell, but it's about the equivalent of one of our fighters' attacks, so that's great. And it really helps keep us up HP wise. Like, as I've said before, the damage down here is pretty nasty, so having an auxiliary healer in Rydia really comes a long way. Again, decent amount of experience. It's great for level grinding. And here we are back on the lunar map, and you'll see that cave there, which is the entrance to the Crystal Palace. Right, all the way to the left. Is there anything here? Yeah. These are little things, HP and status effects, and if you check the one on the right, if we go in the same direction here, this one restores MP. So let's go all the way now up the center one, and we'll stop. Drop of Stardust, and who's this old dude? His name is Fusoya, and his job is to protect the slumber of the Lunarians. Who are the Lunarians? I don't know yet. Just an interesting bit of lore here. Okay. I agree, Rydia. So, are you meaning to tell me that Golbez is not the evil guy? Someone's been manipulating him behind the scenes all this time. So it's this dude Zemus, he's the true antagonist. Wow. Yeah, it's peace and love, peace and love. Spread peace and love everywhere. What? Well, that's just a small bombshell, just a tiny one. Alright, so we gained the old man as part of our party now. And it seems now we've got a new mission. We need to head back to Earth. But before we do that, let's go ahead and change the row here so that Fusoya is in the back, because he's a mage type character. So obviously we want to replace Rydia and Rosa in the back while the two fighters are up front. Brilliant. So now if we go into Fusoya's status and check him out, you can immediately see that although his HP and intelligence are relatively high, don't get used to it. Don't get used to this decently high intellect as well, or his spirit for that matter, because Fusoya, as high as his level goes, his stats do not increase. That's his gimmick. If his equipment, pretty standard stuff. And his abilities, he's got Bless, which gradually restores all allies' HP, which is different because in the DS version it did MP, which is, in my opinion, a far more useful ability. And if we look at his black and white magic, let's see what he's got. Fusoya's gimmick is that he has every single black magic spell and every single white magic spell in the game, which means that you are rather overpowered for this. However, including Meteor, which is, as we know, the best spell ever. But look at that MP, guys. 190 at level 50, whereas the ladies in their mid-40s, they got over 300. So clearly, Fusoya is not as good as you would think he would be. He's basically an upgraded version of Tella, with Tella's drawbacks being slightly lessened. So while Tella actually has MP that has stats that grow, his MP never does. Fusoya's is higher, so that's great, and none of Fusoya's other stats increase. But I think that's enough for today, so I'm gonna call it quits right here. So if you haven't already, don't forget to leave a like and comment on this video if you've got anything to say. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. We're nearing the end of Final Fantasy IV, and I'm trying to figure out which is the best step to go next. I I'm kind of torn because I'm half in this Final Fantasy IV vibe where I want to play more of it, so I'm thinking of doing the after years, but I think it'll make more sense to do one of the numbered Final Fantasies more. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Which one should I go for? I'm really playing with Final Fantasy VIII right now. I think that'll be a great way to go. But that's a discussion that we can have further along. There's still quite a bit of content to go through in Final Fantasy IV. So until then, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.